All right, so the best way to manage your syndicates or your investors if you're a funder in the business or consumer lending industry. So at the end of the day, if you've got syndicates or investors, the number one thing you need to think about is transparency. Investors are giving you money, syndicates are giving you money, and they want to be able to see what you're doing with their money. How are you returning on their money? How are you treating their money? And so on and so forth. Okay, so the first thing you want to try to do is choose an enterprise piece of technology that allows for that type of transparency. You got to give investors or syndicates some sort of portal where they can see not all the data, but they can see some data as far as the files they're investing in and what their returns look like, maybe what some of the debits look like, are there any NSFs, are there any returns, and so on and so forth. So choose a software platform where you can really automate the portal for your syndicates. Here at Centrex Software, we're very well known for a syndicate and investor portal where we can give syndicate transparency into some of the deals that they're participating in. Another thing you want to think about is you are introducing these investors and these syndicates as a funder to new opportunities. They need you, but you also need them. So one of the things that you want to try to do is be able to add certain types of fees on top of your syndicates for them giving you money and you introducing them to opportunity. Okay, so within the software platform you decide to choose, make sure there's some options in there for your ability to say, you know what, I want this syndicate or this investor to be responsible for a certain portion of the broker commission. I want this syndicate to be responsible for maybe a servicing fee, whether that servicing be 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever you think is comfortable, right? And then thirdly, are there any other fees that you want to add on top to your syndicate? At the end of the day, they're making good money on you, and you want to make sure you're making a little bit of money on them as well. Thirdly, you want to make sure you're staying compliant. Okay, investors out there, rules, whether they're a Reg D or if with the FCC or the CFPB, you want to make sure you're following all the rules. I'm not a lawyer. You want to make sure you look at a lawyer and talk to a lawyer about what it means. But in the business lending industry, there's something called an Exhibit A, right? So you want to make sure you produce those Exhibit A's. You want to make sure you hand those out to your investors or to your syndicates on a deal-by-deal basis. Be careful about pooling funds if you're not registered. Be careful about offering some sort of rate of return. Again, talk to your lawyer about that. But there's some great ways and some great strategies out there to manage your investors to make sure they invest in your deals over and over and over again, and you build a good relationship with your investors.